And so here we are again, a new video from a guy calling himself King. Now, I guess that you there at home are wondering what this intro has to do with the theme of this little movie, as it is simply our hero playing with a Nintendo while having his daily coffee. Well, we here at the studio wanted to make this experience more interactive, hence we have created a quiz. So, do you believe that this intro is here because A. A massive Michael Bay explosion is imminent? B. There will be a great payoff for a joke that you're not getting yet? Or C. Jacob had no idea on how to start this video, so he's testing out his new camera's 4K option, only to figure out that the settings weren't correct during filming, making this entire sequence unnecessary. Hey guys, KingJGrim here, or the guy who never lies in his intro, whatever you prefer, and welcome to a new GameDisc video, where I discuss pretty much whatever I feel like talking about, and today I wish to go into what I hope for the future of Playtonic Games. For those unaware, Playtonic Games are the developers of the Kickstarter success Yooka-Laylee, and this group is made out of people previously working for Rareware back in the golden days of gaming. These guys have created some of my favorite games, and as they have stated that they want to make more in the style of these classic N64 titles, I wanted to make this video on what I hope that they will make next. Personally, I love Yooka-Laylee, you can watch my review if you want to, and the game today, after its many patches, no longer have the negatives that I mentioned in my video, so I'm quite happy with the spiritual successor for Banjo-Kazooie. But what now? Well, allow me to first state what I want in the direct sequel for Yooka-Laylee. I adored that Tooie was a much darker, story-driven game than Kazooie. Heck, I prefer the sequel. It is bigger in every aspect, there are more mini-games, and the worlds are just fantastic as the first game in the series. So of course, I would like a sequel much like this. Have more character interactions between the characters. Banjo and Kazooie became so much more likable in the second game because Tooie gave them time to develop even more, and I want that for Yooka and Laylee. I want character development. It doesn't have to be a freaking Casablanca story, but having the sass of the bat and the laid-back attitude of the lizard in a more showing way would be great. I would also really like if they went all out with the worlds. Yooka-Laylee had very stereotypical worlds in the sense that Galleon Galaxy is just space-themed. It doesn't really do anything special with it. An example with the old games would be that in Mumbo's Mountain, it's very plain, and it's just the mountain pretty much, whereas Mayhem Temple had a sport-themed area, a forest, a farm, and much more. I just want the worlds to feel like they could actually exist in this colorful universe. Finding a bit doubtful that they would directly start with Yooka-Laylee after the first game, and they haven't given us any clue on what they're working on at this very moment. They have said in the past that they designed most of the characters to be like protagonists of their own games. And out of that, and looking back at their past, what I want to see as soon as possible is a Diddy Kong racing game. Or kind of game. Never really played a lot of card games, Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64 and Mario Kart 8 and Little Big Planet karting, but none of these were as fun as DKR, in my personal opinion. I really like Mario Kart 8, but Diddy Kong Racing had so much content. A few mini-games like flying a plane to collect and steal eggs, duel stages and banana collecting, a typical Grand Prix, a time trial, a normal select a track and play function, and the amazing adventure mode. Yes, a story in a kart racer, which contains challenges, unlockable characters, and even bosses. Plus, considering that there is an organization being teased to be in their future games in Yooka-Laylee, why not have one chairman from it as the final boss here? These were some of the most unforgiving assholes throughout my childhood. Now, not so much. Except for the octopus. Screw that guy. Outside from these things, I'm a bit unsure on not only who I would like to have as the main protagonist, which in some way would be obvious with Kartos, but that gets to my second point. Will there be 3 different vehicles? A kart, a hovercraft, and a plane. Having these made the tracks in Diddy Kong Racing very replayable, in the sense that some of them allowed you to play around with these ways of movement. But in the future game, I'm a bit unsure. Can't really see Kartos on a small airplane, so we will see what Playtonic will do with that. Mario Kart 8's customizing was a lot of fun, and it did create a feeling of progression, as you will, when it all comes down to it, only drive on the same racetracks over and over again, so being able to have something similar would be, in my opinion, entertaining. What they do have to do, however, is to add rubber banding, as it was really easy lapping every racer in DKR, and for the love of everything holy, get David Wise into that sound department. I will firmly stand my ground when I say that Diddy Kong Racing has the best soundtrack in this genre. Not a single line of music is bad here, and I still clap with that boss theme. I will never get tired of this beautiful soundtrack. What else I'll never get tired of? Donkey Kong Country. Now, there is the Return franchise, and Tropical Freeze is around the corner, including Funky Kong. But with my favorite Yooka-Laylee secondary character, Clara Lost, I think that Playtonic should revisit their olden days with the side-scroller. Having a skeleton as a main character would bring a lot of fun in the gameplay department, like she'll float on water and capable of getting down to the depth, but if she holds on to any sort of treasure, as she is an explorer, she will sink down with it. This could make the stage designers have a lot of freedom in using the mechanics with the world. I can't say for certain what the main goal would be, but as her name is Clara Lost, maybe she feels like she has lost something that she had when she was alive, and in her quest she will go further down into the ground, maybe even down to the underworld, where she will find the ultimate treasure that she lost. Her heart. I never said any good ideas, but I'm just throwing them out there. Plus I love skeletons and undead stuff, and I think that the Day of the Dead motif would work great here. Coco was good, right? And finally on my list of what I want to see in the future would be a GoldenEye Perfect Dark game. I know there are tons of shooters out there these days, but please hear me out. Everything has to be so grimy and realistic out there, so why not take the character of Shell, the space witch? It doesn't have to be a first-person shooter, it could be a third-person, but having a real colorful space-themed adventure shooter would be, in my opinion, quite good. Thinking about it, Ratchet & Clank do show up in my mind, but having a bit more of a straightforward and not focusing on the exploration part would be the smartest bet. Plus, getting on the couch multiplayer would be a ton of fun, with today's online gaming as well. Though creativity with the online mode would be much appreciated, as I'm exceedingly tired of protecting a point or death matches or anything like that. So yeah, some stuff that I would like to see from Playtonic Games in the future. Not saying that I would be disappointed if none of this comes to fruition, but a guy can hope. But anyways, I'm KingJGrim, or a dude whose younger days was haunted by Whispig, whatever you prefer, and I'll see you guys next time. Hola compañeros. What do you say about subscribing maybe? Or if you would like, also by subscribing, pressing the bell button, notifications, squad would be nice. I'm making it in the mind of right now.